About 4 years ago, when I assembled this Avid CNC, I didn't deviate at all from the instructions, and that means that it's set up to home in the front left-hand corner or lower left-hand corner. And I've never been very crazy about having it home forward because, you know, the gantry is always in the way when you're trying to clamp the material, and you've got to move it back out of the way anyway. So I've been saying for 4 years now that I'm going to change this and make it home to the back right, and I just haven't ever done it. But today's going to be the day. Before I change this up, let me show you how it's set up currently to home. The Z-axis just has one proximity switch up at the top, and it will go up and trigger that. Y-axis, as it moves to the front, you've got a little green switch on the right and left hand side. And the X-axis has a proximity switch in the center of the back, and it has these two metal blocks on either side that trip to home it. Here's a picture of the front left, and you can see where the stop is. There's a bolt with a knurled knob, and that's used to trip the switch. And I'm going to need to take that bolt out and move it to the back since I want to change the homing and have it home in the back. Here's a picture of the one in the back. They provide a plate and for a bump stop back there in the back, but you can see the hole that doesn't have anything in it because there's no switch. So I'm going to remove the bolt from the front left and put it here on the rear left, and then I also need to switch that switch around so that it's going on the back side instead of the front side. And they already provide tapped holes, so it's an easy switch. Here's a picture I took of the right side, and you can see if you look through the cables there's a switch on the rear of this plate and then one on the front. The one on the front is the homing, and or negative over travel, and then the one in the back was used as a positive over travel. But I will be switching these so that the one on the left there is now just a negative over travel, and then the one in the back will be used for homing. And on the left side you can see that there's only one switch, and it's currently in the front because that's where it is using for homing. But I'm going to just take it loose and switch it to the back part of this plate. And like I said, they already have tapped holes, so it's a pretty easy switch. Next, I have to go into the Mach 3 settings and go to the homing/soft limits page and change a few things here. You'll notice you got to go down to hit config and then homing soft limits, and you'll notice over there in the home in the negative there are 2 green checks, and they're you know, because it used to home in a negative direction, and I'm going to be changing those to just an X because I want it to now home in the positive direction, going to the back right instead of the left front. I don't really use soft limits, but I figured I would go ahead and swap those around too so that they would be correct in case I ever turn them on. I wouldn't want to forget and turn them on thinking I'm going to use them and then have the settings all wrong. So I go ahead and swap those out while I'm at it too. After I get all done changing everything, I make sure I go up and hit config and then come down and hit save settings so that all those will be saved permanently. At this point, I went ahead and moved the table back to the center of the table, and I'm getting ready to do a test. And just right after I hit the button, I started thinking, what have I forgotten? And I thought, well, we're going to find out real quick. Yeah, sure enough, I'd forgotten to change some of the ports and pins settings. So I got my camera out and took a quick little video of the original settings so I could always refer back to those in case I screwed it up really good. And then here is the current settings on what I had to change to get it to work. And now I'm ready for another test. Ah, success. All right, if you got anything out of this video, please leave me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribe, think about doing so. I got some more changes to this thing coming up. Thank you for watching.